Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Jesse Kirshbaum, CEO of New Agency, to discuss the music by gaming and how they are teaming up to bring the experiences of the future. Jesse, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and happy almost New Year.
Yeah, this year did fly by pretty quick considering. And this was one of the silver linings of COVID-19 was to see how the innovation within gaming and music accelerated. What were some of the trends that were in place prior to the pandemic that were accelerated as a result?
One thing we saw is a lot more artist partnerships. With artists not able to tour, a lot of their revenue came from partnering with brands and being more open to working with platforms, tech companies, gaming companies, etc. So it was artist partnerships on smash in the first for this year. Also, what we saw was the live streaming business really catching fire and growing and continuing to grow. A lot more players jumped into the space. A lot more artists got used to live streaming. A lot more fans got used to tuning into live streaming, and a lot more brands are now comfortable spending in the live streaming space. Also, we could talk about the gaming area, which is gaming could not buy better exposure than what's happened to their industry in the pandemic. It is hands down the most exciting space in entertainment right now, and the growth has been astronomical. And what's happening with music is a big part of gaming culture. Musicians are infusing their music in games. Music and gamers are collaborating. Music is on these gamers' live streams on Twitch, on YouTube, and other platforms. And also, music is now taking place in virtual worlds. It's the only place you can go to a concert is in one of these virtual worlds like Fortnite, like Mindshare, and like Roblox, and a bunch of other of these live streaming platforms that are hosting concerts in their kind of virtual worlds.
Right. And I think for the consumer of these sort of events, some people just don't have the money or the geographical capability to get to these kinds of shows. So it democratizes access for all of us. And I think that's really cool. I got to see some things that I would never have even thought of or had the opportunity to go to. So Jesse, do you think live events are still far from a near-term reality?
I think that it depends on how well the vaccine adapts and people start taking it. But realistically, the unofficial word is the summer. And I think more realistically, we're going to start to see the first inkling of successful events in the fall. And probably spring 2022 is when you can start to get more confident about live events kicking back into full gear. But I do think there's going to be a large attrition when it comes to this whole digital wave and live streaming and virtual shows. I think a lot of people are going to be used to that. And yeah, Couchella was a thing before the pandemic, but I think more and more when people are producing events, they have to be thinking about events in this hybrid model, and that is going to be the wave of the future. And because people are used to that now, it's going to be a lot more, it's going to have a much bigger reach.
So you think that this is something that's here to stay? Like it'll be, live and virtual, both of those elements will coexist. It won't be one or the other.
I think there will be better events because of that. And I think the events will have a much larger reach because of that. It won't always be that way. But if you look at like a film festival or a South by Southwest, you no longer have to get on a plane. You no longer have to run around back and forth to find the trends. You can attend the movies online from your house, or you can go to the conference and meet in person. And I think both options are going to give these kind of events much bigger reach.
Or you could have your own Coachella party. So you can have a party around all these events and have the music and all the fun stuff piping in. I think it opens up such an amazing opportunity. Certainly something for us to look forward to, Jesse. It's great to see you. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.